secret that stained glass is expensive. But you love using it in your mosaic art and you aren't going to stop. You only wish there was a way to get it for less. Well, in today's video, we'll talk about it. In fact, I'm going to share 9 different ways to get stained glass for less, starting with free. Let's get to it. Welcome back. And if you're new here, my name is Julie. And on this channel, we talk about tips, tricks, tools, adhesives, materials, and specific mosaic projects, all to shorten your learning curve when it comes to creating mosaic art. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, please consider subscribing. The one comment I get here on my channel whenever I post a stained glass related video is that it's so damn expensive. And I agree, but it's for good reason. We've talked a lot about stained glass here on my channel, from how to score and cut it, and the tools you need, and the tutorials or projects, and I will include a link to the playlist down below in the description so you can check it out. You can access this information if you're on your desktop computer by clicking Show More underneath the video description. And if you're on your smartphone or your tablet, you can click the down arrow to the right of the video title. Making stained glass is a super specialized process. Some sheets are easily replicated, while others take skill beyond skill to produce and are truly one of a kind. But whichever type you prefer, it takes some serious manufacturing equipment to produce a sheet. And although some varieties are cheaper than others, they're all still a challenge to produce. And then, of course, it has to be shipped. As you learn more about stained glass and you see what you prefer or like, and you have a better idea of the pricing, you'll then be able to navigate through the world of stained glass and include some expensive pieces as well as some less expensive pieces into your artwork. So when you look at the manufacturing process and you see what's involved, you realize why it's so expensive. But there are ways to navigate around the pricing, and sometimes you can even get it for free. So in today's video, I'll share 9 ways you can spend less money on good quality stained glass. We've got a lot to cover, so let's get started. Before we get started, I wanted to let you know that I will include a full list down below in the description for everything that I share or discuss in today's video in case you're on the market and you're shopping for stained glass. Okay, let's get into it. The first method is for you to use your friends. No, whoa, it sounds worse than it is. Let me explain. And what I mean by that is for you to pool your mosaic and your stained glass friends together to reduce the expense of placing a stained glass order. Having more of you participate in an order from a glass seller allows you to buy more glass. Sometimes, depending on who the seller is, there might be a minimum of how much you need to buy in order to place an order. Pooling your resources together might eliminate that threshold for you. Plus, by buying more glass and having a bigger order, you'd hopefully reduce your shipping expense, since sometimes there are high minimums you need to reach in order to get reduced or free shipping. The next method has to do with something that so many of us love, and that is our local community stained glass stores. And we definitely want to keep them in business, right? As I mentioned on this channel a few times, the 2 stained glass stores here in South Florida that I used to go to and that I called my own have permanently closed. So if you have a stained glass store in your city, your town, your community, and you love them, then of course you want to do what you can to keep them in business. Obviously, buying glass from them is priority number 1, but as we've discussed, stained glass is expensive. So go into your neighborhood store and introduce yourself. Let the owner not only know who you are and what type of art you do, but also let them know what type of glass you're looking for and give them your budget. You aren't asking for a discount. No, 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 no. You're asking for help. You're asking for their expertise. What you want may not be possible or even within your budget. Heck, there might even be something better out there that you didn't know about and for less money. Gosh, wouldn't that be great? But the staff at your local stained glass store knows glass so well that they'll be able to help you find or source what will work. After introducing yourself and sharing a little bit about the project you're working on or the type of art you like to make, you might be pleasantly surprised to know that they have some sort of list of other artists who also want or do the same exact thing as you. Or maybe the shop owner is needing more demand for the particular glass you're looking for so they can meet the manufacturer's minimum for an order. By you coming forward, you're helping that store not only meet the minimum, but also get you closer to getting the glass that you want. Or maybe the shop owner knows of other artists who would also like what you're looking for and can connect you with them so that you can collectively, as a group, place an order of your own for the glass. And our next method, well, we can't talk about spending less for stained glass without mentioning Amazon. This is another good place to look for glass deals. There are all sorts of sellers on Amazon, both big and small. So click around and get an idea of pricing and what's available. Amazon is great for finding variety packs of glass in like rainbow colors or complementary colors or the same colors and iridescent colors. But keep in mind that these variety packs of glass are often of smaller pieces of glass, like around 4 by 6 inches. In addition to variety packs, there are also single sheets of glass available, often with free shipping as well. So in this case, a sheet means the 12 by 12 inch size. Just search for the type or color of stained glass you're looking for and keep clicking through the pages. Try not to get discouraged, I know. There's a lot there to go through. But that's a good thing because it means that you'll hopefully have a lot of options and ultimately find what you're looking for. Craft stores are another great place to get stained glass for less, and sometimes that's at a huge discount. I recently did a video here on the channel all about how I got good quality stained glass for 70% off, and I won't go into that now, but I will include a link to that video down below in the playlist in case you're interested in watching. But definitely local craft stores who have stained glass, you can definitely get glass for inexpensive, for sure. And of course, we can't mention stained glass without talking about Etsy. There are lots of stained glass sellers on Etsy, many of which are stained glass stores in our communities. I've had great success with the ones I've purchased from. You'll find lots of variety, both sheets and shards, and you can't beat the prices or customer service. Something I've noticed is that some of the same sellers on Amazon are also on Etsy. So compare apples to apples to make sure you're getting the best price, because sometimes their prices vary from one platform to the other. And just like working personally with a stained glass store to help you find the glass you're wanting at a price that works with your budget, do the same thing with Etsy sellers. And what I mean by this is send them a DM, a direct message, and tell them what you're looking for. Be as specific as possible. If they pride themselves on good customer service, then hopefully they'll send you some pictures of what they have in stock or what they can get for you. Think of them as a partner. Start a relationship with them. I've done this many times and continue to go back to those same Etsy sellers that continually go above and beyond to help me source materials. Often these sellers will have smaller sheets of stained glass available, which allows you to buy less and not be forced to buy a full sheet. The next place to look for stained glass at a cheaper price is Craigslist. It's a sad truth, but sometimes families come into stained glass supplies, materials, tools, whatever, because their loved one has passed. And stained glass is not in their wheelhouse. They don't know how to price it or how to find the right buyer. And so they may just put all of it for sale on, Craigslist or whatever, and hope that a buyer, somebody who's interested and knows about this stuff, comes forward and wants it. And those are oftentimes when you can get a really good bargain. Become a regular on Craigslist in your area and keep up with the daily postings. You never know what's going to come up. And keeping in that same theme, estate sales are also a great place to get stained glass for less. And it's the same sort of situation where unfortunately families come into this stuff due to losing a family member and they don't know how to use it, what it is, how to price it, and they just unfortunately want to get rid of it. And so this sort of stuff either goes up into an estate sale or it gets auctioned off. So you can track this stuff by looking in either your phone book. Who has phone books anymore? But look online and look for local estate sales or auctioneers in your area who hopefully will be able to give you a better idea of some of the things that are going up for sale or up for auction so that you can see them in person. eBay is another great place to source stained glass for less. The sellers on eBay are probably a little more experienced than Craigslist sellers and not so willing to give away the farm, so to speak. Don't come for me, it's just an observation. But still, you can definitely find some glass deals on eBay. And I don't know how experienced each and every eBay seller is or if they're familiar with stained glass. But again, become a regular on eBay and check listings daily. There are deals. You just have to be willing to dig, so to speak. And you have to be flexible in what's available. And of course, you need to have patience because you don't know when things are going to be posted for bidding or buying. And educate yourself on what the stained glass you're looking for really costs and from a well-known company or seller. Next up is a huge umbrella, but Facebook groups is a great place to get the word out that you're looking for stained glass. From Mosaic to stained glass groups to a more broad term like moms or recreational groups or even craft groups. You never know who has glass to sell or get rid of at a deep discount. So continue to get the word out and be vigilant in that. There are always new people coming into these groups. So put it out there and see what the universe returns to you. By the way, getting the word out amongst my family and friends is how I got a lot of the materials you see behind me. So when I say you need to get the word out, trust me, it came back to me tenfold. Just trust me. Let people know what you're doing and what art you're making. And one final place to get stained glass for less is to become friends with a stained glass artist. Many of them prefer to use or start with a larger sheet of glass. And then once they're done cutting out their shape, they have these cutoffs that they no longer can use. And as I just mentioned, one of the accidental ways that I got so much of the materials or stained glass behind me is because I mentioned to a friend that I was doing Mosaic and her mom just happened to do stained glass work. She gave me all of her cutoffs basically from her stained glass work, and that's how I got started using stained glass in my Mosaic work. and I'm super thankful. But even if you can't find scraps for free, many stained glass artists are always looking for someone who can use their cutoffs. So ask in Facebook groups, Glass and Mosaic membership groups, and of course let your friends and family know what you're up to, because again, you never know within your social circle who might be friends with who or know a stained glass artist. I'll include a list down below in the description for everything that I discussed and shared in today's video in case you'd like to buy some stained glass of your own. And where am I going with this? Come on now, girl. Get it together. Let's do that again because Owen just sneezed. He's homesick from baseball camp. What are the chances that we can get this video done before the thunderstorm? I don't know. I am a betting woman, so I will say, looking at the sky, 60 to 70% chance? I don't know. We'll see. Woohoo! It's not raining, but the air conditioner did come on, so that was perfect timing. Yay us! Okay, all right, I'm gonna start editing because that's the way I roll. Yep. That's the way I roll. What is up with all this? What is going on here? Okay, gotta go. Bye. Thank you so much for watching, and for more Mosaic inspiration, check out one of these two videos. I'll see you soon. Bye.